Yo guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here and welcome to a new video! First video of 2025. First of all, guys, of course, just a moment. First of all, I wanna wish you a Merry New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you had great holidays. I'm sorry for being kind of absent recently from YouTube. But I had problems with my PC. It basically died. My PC died, so I had to fix it. Basically, my power supply died. So I didn't have the possibility of streaming and so on with my PC. By the way, today we are gonna talk about something that I really wanted to talk with you, and that's about how I think there are no weak characters in Tekken 8. Like, maybe if I did a tier list today, it will be different from the tier list I've made in the past. Because honestly, once you play more and more, you realize how every card in this game is bullshit. And I wanted to discuss about what Kane and Trench made here and my opinions on that, because I responded to him. But I'm not attacking Kane and Trench here. I just want to have my opinion on what he said. He said, wanted to make a prediction for how the cast might be treated going into Season 2. In the case of Bears, Kuma and Panda balance goes together due to shared moveset, only their heat is separate. So basically, that's the tier list here, and basically he says that he wants significant buffs, or maybe he expects significant buffs for Azucena, Raven, Lydia, and Devil Jin. Slight buffs to Lars, Leo, Leroy, Eddie, and so on. And how he wants slide nerfs for Clive, for example, I don't know, these kind of things. Okay, so if I were to make my own tier list about this thing, it will be based around this fact instead. And I'll try to motivate what I think about these things, okay? So basically, if we were to save or download, no, let me see this reset. Okay, my opinion right now is this, and actually I will try to explain it to you. I think right now that the roster can basically be divided into two only main areas. Basically, I'm not joking right now. The gods and the rest of the characters. Like, I'm tired of people putting, I don't know, Azucena beyond Leroy, or Leroy above Eddie, or so on. Honestly, the more I play this game, the more I realize how every character has bullshit, every character has broken things, and honestly, for Season 2, my personal expectation is only nerfs or some minor buffs, but minor. Because honestly, if it were for me, I will just nerf the majority of the cast, or like the top 10, top 15, and leave the rest as it is. Because honestly, people, for example, say that Raven is weak. That Raven needs buffs, or Azucena needs buffs, or I don't know, Lydia needs buffs. But do they really deserve that? Like, do they really deserve those buffs, or those nerfs, and so on? And let's try to analyze. Sorry for my dog, by the way. Let's try to analyze how this is wrong, in my opinion. Like, for example, if we consider the top 10, top 15 characters, of course, as always, we have the same characters over and over again. So we have Dragunov, we have Jin, we have, you know, all of these characters. We have Kuma, we have Shaheen, always the same, you know. We have King, we have Lo, we have Nina, we have Xiaoyu, always also in that area, in my opinion. We have Yoshimitsu. These are the gods, in my opinion, of the game. Yoshimitsu probably top 1 right now, probably. Or I don't know. We have Feng, you know. We have Clive too, also in the gods area. And we have Alisa in the gods. Also, I think Claudio is pretty in the gods area. And then the rest of these characters, if I didn't make any mistakes, Brian also in the gods, probably. like Heihachi, Lydia, Eddie, Reina, Victor, Zafina, all of these characters in the rest of this tier list. That's what I would put the characters right now. Two main areas only. Like, honestly, I think there is no much distinction between. These are the gods of the game. These are the characters you only meet in ranked, basically the most broken characters in the game. And these are the rest of the characters that don't make them weaker than these. Just that they have little smaller, areas in which they lack something that these characters don't lack, basically. But for example, what is the difference between Zafina and Azucena, for example? I don't know. Azucena is so, she's so seen as an unplayable character or as weak. And people often say, like, yeah, but tournament present, if we talk about tournament present, Yoshimitsu is not very present. Does this mean that Yoshimitsu is weak? No. No, there could be a lot of reasons why. I don't know, Xiaoyu is not very present in tournaments. Does this mean that Xiaoyu is weak? Absolutely fucking no. It doesn't mean this. It just means there are some characters that maybe are more tournament preferable because they have maybe easier inputs and also strengths are the same. This could be an issue of why these characters are more present, but that doesn't mean anything more. That doesn't mean shit, basically. So yeah, this conviction that, characters need to be buffed in this game is absolutely ridiculous. Like, if it was for me, season 2 would be only nerfs. Like, for example, if I am giving my honest opinion, absolute nerfs, absolutely fucking nerfs, absolute nerfs, absolutely fucking nerfs. Nerfs. And then we have this. I mean, for example, even Jack, the so weak. Jack is so weak. It's so weak. Allora. Yes. Time frame hit smash that does 50 plus damage into world destruction into 100 plus damage. Insane combo damage. Very nice wall carry. Stance that power crushes everything at frame 7 and launches. So very good at tanking attacks. He still has down back 1 as a great low poke, especially in a game like this. Very good poking, even if nerfed. Like, yeah, he struggles a bit. He has 1-1 that's completely spammable, almost. Like, there is no risk in spamming 1-1 over and over like a brain dead. Jun, absolutely strong. She's so strong. Like, we can make the same reasoning for everybody, honestly, in this game. Even for the so-called weak characters in this game. Like, Lydia, for example. Can we talk about Lydia for a moment? Like, honestly, why do people think that she's so weak? Why? Why does she have that she's so unplayable? So unplayable, honestly. She has constant 50-50s, even in it, between homing, high, oh, that's a high, unblockable 40 damage, and a +6 mid for 13 frames, and a launching power crush out of every fucking transition every 2 seconds. Her up kick becomes safe-ish in heat. Yesterday I tried to launch punish down back 3, but in it becomes -15. You have to be very precise, otherwise she parries your 15 frame guaranteed launcher on her launch punishable low. Like, yeah, she sucks on lows a little bit. She sucks in some areas. She's a little bit linear, but doesn't mean that she's weak, because she has a lot of strengths. Her hit probably is one of the best in the game, probably right now. She constantly forces you to guess. She constantly forces you into a 50-50 game that other characters don't have. Like, honestly, she has probably one of the best 50-50 in the game. Yeah, she struggles in some areas, but in other areas she is absolutely amazing. Like Lars, constant, very good heat also, pressure and mix-ups, and then 3, that's one of the best beats in the game, homing. In Oki situation, it's so good. Like, honestly, which character would you pick like now and say, oh my god, this is unplayable, this character is unplayable, this character is weak? There is no weak in Tekken 8. There is no need to buff these characters. The real deal is that these characters seem weak because there are these characters. These characters make those ones seem unplayable, but because these characters are too much, it's not because they are weak. If we bring Lydia Tekken 8 to Tekken 7, she would be top 1 probably. Or like if we take another of these characters, even the so unplayable Raven, this one, it's one of the affects me the most. Raven unplayable, Raven weak, Raven needs buffs. Like though people really played Raven and think that he's weak. Like of course compared to Shaheen, to Clive, to Yoshimitsu, he seems unplayable. But if we take the character as it is only, okay, 14 frame homing, down for 1, into War Splat, safe in it. He gains hit if he gets something on you. Very good mix-ups, even on stands. It's nerfed from Tekken 7, but it's still good. Or like, I don't know, full crouch mix-ups every 2 seconds that are very good. Risky, but not super bad. He launches 14 frames while standing. He launches 14 frames standing in it, and he launches 15 frames also now. So very good punishment, set of punishment tools overall. He has a 4 kilometers long power crush, but it's minus 14 still. It engager, so it's plus 5 in it, so you cannot approach Raven when he's in it, basically. It's like Clive's 1, but it's plus 5 while in it, basically, for example. But it like... This is not saying that these characters are super strong or they are stronger than Yoshimitsu, but it's just saying that these characters don't lack anything that will make them strong if those characters get nerfed to the ground, of course. Like the rest of these characters, if we take them as they are, like I would go on for every of these characters, even the, I don't know, the downplayed ones like Steve or Owarang, honestly. Like Owarang. Probably one of the best hits right now. He has down back 4 safe counter hit launcher that does a million damage, especially if he's in it. He's a 10 frame counter hit launcher, same in it. Like he has very good pressure. He has some gaps. His down 3-4 has been nerfed, but it's not like he's unplayable or something. Like he has very good engagers. He has down 4-3 plus 4 that's so obnoxious to deal with, especially in it. Like we could do the same with every character. Honestly, there's no character that you pick and say, oh my god, this is unplayable. Oh my god, he's so weak compared to the rest. Okay, even I think the weakest card in the game, in my opinion, is Eddie. Okay, I think Eddie is the weakest card in the game. Still does Eddie stuff, still does insane 50-50s, but the real deal is that he risks in those 50-50s. There are other cards in this game that do what Eddie does in terms of 50-50 without risking much or not as much. Okay, that's why I think he's not that good, because there are cards in the game that do what he does better. But that doesn't mean that he's weak by any chance. There are some characters that do what he does better. So nerf those characters. Don't buff these. I don't want to see one single buff more for Season 2. Because we are already done with, in my opinion, with power creeping and making characters OP in order to stop people from whining, honestly. Like, for example, if they nerf Clive, I'm okay, because honestly he's very good. Of course, but if they nerf Clive, they better nerf Xiaoyu, they better nerf Cloud, they better nerf Kuma, they better nerf Brian, they better nerf all of these gods. They make the game always honestly unplayable. If you go into ranked, especially in high ranks, which characters do you meet? Which characters do you meet every 2 seconds? You meet Kazuya, you meet Lee, you meet Paul. No, you meet those characters. Basically, ranked is only those 15 characters, basically. The rest of the roster is non-existent right now. I don't remember the last time I met a Victor in ranked, or a Leroy, or I don't know, a Reina, or I don't know, a Devil'Jin, you know. The problem is not about these characters. They are fine as they are. Maybe small adjustments, maybe gave them some buffs, some minor buffs, because I don't want to see any more characters being reduced to the same level of strength that Dragunov is right now, for example. So again, it's a quick rant, but I really wanted to say that my opinion on this take. Really wanted to tell you my take on this, and hopefully for Season 2 we don't see any more of these major buffs that are ruined some characters. Like for example, I think at the moment Asuka is also very downplayed. She's not S tier, but she's very good. Like for the buffs she receives, she plays a lot of Tekken 8, for example, much more than other probably blatant players like, I don't know, Feng maybe. She has more 50-50s probably, especially when she's in it. Like honestly, most of these characters are underplayed right now, downplayed so bad, because these characters again make them seem weak, but it's not the case. It's absolutely not the case. So please, for the love of God, in Season 2, nerf, only nerfs, in my opinion. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Sorry for this quick rant. And have a merry, good new year, guys. I love you all. Bye.